Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. I just realized this grass is tall. Here we are at the egg pallets, and I've been kind of working, fertilizing field number 8 there, and we went through a night, and none of the egg pallets boxes went into the pallet, I should say. Not at all, not auto-loading, but there was an update to the pallet. The loading for the boxes into the pallet is bigger, so we can see I'm really not having any trouble loading these up. They're going right on in. As I say that, I was like, oh, maybe it's full. Because I have no way of knowing if it's full or not. That's the only thing. Wait, did they change it? No, you can't walk up to it. Have no clue whatsoever. But when boxes stop going in, I'll just assume it's full. Hopefully there's no overloading and the eggs just disappear. That could be a thing. Man, chickens are messy. Messy. So anyways, the money we got is from me fertilizing field number 8. I actually fertilized field number 8 with liquid slurry all from the digestate plant. It took a while, but you know what? It was free fertilizer. And instead of paying $5,000 to $6,000 worth of artificial fertilizer to work on this field, I said, well, I'm going to take the time and actually do it to help out the farm as much as I can, because I am the farm manager. So we ended up making a pure profit of 28 grand on the field, minus our diesel costs or whatever it is. And then, of course, we did make some money overnight from the BGA. I did not get to sell all the silage by midnight, so we will get some more money tonight. But that is all the money we have. But today is more or less, we're going to start paying off the loan. So the first thing we're going to do, we got 2 fields already. One's got sunflowers in them, and we're going to get right to the sunflowers because right now it's almost $1,700 at the ranch. And then later on, we got canola to do, and the best price is $13.54, and that price is going up. So both of these fields are ready, but obviously we want to do the sunflowers first because that's the higher price, and it will be going down. I do need to bring the John Deere back over there because we will need to seed the fields once again. So I'm going to bring this over there. The harvester and the trailer and truck are already over there ready to go, kind of. They're near the field. So yeah, I'll meet you back over there and we'll start harvesting some sunflowers. Get a whole bunch of cash today and hopefully pay off maybe $250,000 worth of our loan. Alright, we got the correct header on our ideal harvester, the sunflower corn header. Let's hopefully we get, let's see, if we get like 50,000 liters of sunflowers, that'd be great, but I think that's going to be way too much. Sunflowers don't tend to yield as much. I think last time we did barley on this field to get the straw. I think that's what we did. Or was it wheat? Something like that. I don't remember. It was either wheat or barley. But yeah, we just want, I hope to make at least like 60 grand off this field. That's what I'm hoping for. But I think that's going to be quite a stretch to get that much. Quite a stretch. We'll see how we go. But this is the first time I really get to use a harvester on this hill after upgrading the engine. So we'll have to see how she does going uphill. I assume she's going to be just fine. Also overnight we end up getting 4 more sheep. Not sheep that I bought, but they reproduced. We got 4 different kinds of colors of sheep in there, so each one got an additional one. So now we got 18 of each. So 4 more sheep means they're going to produce wool a little bit faster. The cows are still doing well. It's going to take a few days before we get more cows by reproduction. And the chickens we're maxed out on, and of course the horses are just getting trained. We got about maybe 6 more days to go on that set of horses there. But at some point, even though today we are paying off our loan a little bit, I would like to start saving some money, and I'm going to try to say this, I'm going to try to stick to it. When we pay off for loan, I'm not going to take more money out unless I have to buy seed or something. I mean, if I repay my loan, I leave myself with 2,000. So I was like, whoops, I need a little bit more seed to fertilize, seed a field. That's fine. But I'm not going to take money out to buy a field or vehicles or anything like that. So the money we pay off today, that's going to, keep the loan at where it's at. So I'm hoping to get enough so we can get below $2.5 million owed to the bank. Now the extra horsepower in this engine seems to be doing just a little bit better. Was it worth the 20 grand? Well, I'm doing 2 miles an hour faster up the hill than I used to. So, I mean, was it worth it? Yeah. Maybe not the moment, but it's 20 grand, and right now, what's 20 grand amongst friends, right? We paid Ideal to swap out the engine and give us, I forgot how much extra horsepower it was. It was quite a bit, but oh, you know why? It's I'm probably it could be the header. Maybe that's why I'm only doing 9 miles an hour. The header is probably worn because I'm only doing 9 miles an hour across the field as well. So, it's not a true test. Not a true test. Let's see how fast I can go downhill. Okay, yeah, even downhill I'm only doing 9 miles an hour. I should be harvesting at 12 with this modded header. So the header is got some wear and tear on it, must be, and that's why we can only cruise at 9. But it's still faster than the base game. How are we doing? So we're at 10,000 liters already, which is good. Like I said, I was hoping to get like 60 grand out of here, but I don't think that's going to happen. In order to get $60,000 from this field right here, I'm going to have to pretty much harvest 40,000 liters. I mean, can I? I mean, one trip around was 10,000 liters. So really, I got to make about 5 trips around the field. Because every time I go around, the field just keeps getting smaller and smaller. So you're not going to quite get 10,000 on the round trip. But I mean, if we get 60,000, that'll bring us up to about $230,000 in our bank account. And then, of course, we got the canola to still harvest. We're piling up some wool. Last time I checked the wool, last night in game, the wool was pretty good. It was at 1,300. And I was like, yeah, maybe we'll just wait for a great demand. I think that's what we're going to do. Kind of like the same thing with the eggs. I may just wait until a great demand comes along. I mean, the money, we could use the money, but we don't need the money. It's one of those situations where we need the money, but we don't need it. So we'll hang on to it until the price gets really good. And there haven't been too many great demands lately. There was one at the sawmill just recently for wood chips. And that was pretty much it. There haven't been that many in the last couple of days. It's kind of funny how those great demands come, because at one time I had like 3 or 4 great demands at once. Nothing from what we had, of course. It was like wood chips, sugar beet, just things, things we don't have in stock. Not that we have anything in stock. I am thinking I might actually get 40,000 liters of sunflowers out of here. We just might. Now the question becomes of what do I want to put back into this field? And it might be back to soybeans, because in this cycle we're not doing soybeans at all. So maybe in a couple days the grain elevators think like, oh, we've got no soybeans coming in. The price might go up. I don't know how that works. Oh yeah, also the good news, as I'm recording this on a Monday, Giants is back to work. And the one thing I've been checking, of course, is the status on the BGA. And they know exactly what the problem is, and it'll be fixed in the next update. But that's one thing we don't know is, well, when is the next update? I mean, they're not going to come out with a hot fix just for the BGA. Maybe they might. I don't know. But they definitely do. They said, oh yeah, we know what the problem is. They overlooked it. I mean, they come right out and say, yeah, we overlooked it. So they're going to fix it, which would be great for us. Obviously, we're on the normal mode. There's easy, normal, hard mode for economy. We should be getting $360, not $200 per. And since we're just going to round it off to 1 million liters of corn chaff. So instead of getting $200,000 per cycle, we'll get $360,000. That is a big difference. A huge difference. So I'll be looking forward to that update, and so will this farm, because that will really help out the farm. I mean, it's not, I mean, we're talking quite a bit more. That's a lot more cash. So yeah, we're hoping for at least 40,000 liters off this field. That's what I'm looking for. But then, like I said, I got the canola field. So, you know, like I said, I want to get below 2.5 million on the loan, and then we'll keep some in the bank account just to buy seed, pay for labor cost, because this field might need something. And I'm also thinking about on our Breedle. Right now our Breedle holds 9,000 liters. I'm thinking about getting the extensions on it. So when we do lime, I think it can go up to 14,000. So that would help us out when we do lime. It'll cut back how many trips I got to go refill with lime. It's not going to make it better for the field. Actually, correct that. I think probably the thing I should be doing is buying the bigger Breedle. Because Stevie made it a mod, and as we know, Stevie likes to make things just work a little faster. So by working faster, it might use less lime than a standard Breedle. It seems like I just noticed, it seems like all my equipment, I'm looking at the repair status, it seems like a lot of my equipment is getting close to needing repair. Which is not going to make us go broke, but repairing everything may cost us somewhere around 5 to 7 grand if we're just start fixing all the stuff that we have. Like I said, it's not going to break the bank. What's breaking the bank a little bit at midnight is the loan cost. The loan interest. We're paying something like $13,500-ish. That will happen when you get $2.7 million, somewhere around there. But I will say, every time I was driving past our new pond that we kind of created, I like the looks of it a lot because it covers up that hole. Now I'm kind of glad there was a hole there, because let us put a pond in, and it's free water, so we got to sell our water tanker down by the sheep. Oh, the sheep are right there. Not that I needed that extra. I think we got like $2,700 for selling that water tanker. But I still can't find a tanker that will unload. Because our cows are actually producing more milk than I'm used to. I mean, for the little amount of cows we have, they seem to be producing a lot. But then again, I never really kept track on 15 or 17 how fast cows produce milk. Well, we're not going to get to 40,000 liters, but just over 35,000 liters what we'll end up with. Since we're hitting 35,000 liters as we speak. So it's not going to quite be $60,000, but it'll be still a pretty good profit. And then we'll just have to see what the canola goes up to. We'll head on over, we'll harvest the canola anyways, as I get the John Deere working on seeding this field if the field doesn't need anything. We can always put the canola into the trailer and just wait for the price to max out and then go sell it. There's other things we can do. Actually, I noticed when I went over to pick up this header that our cornfield is looking like it could be ready for harvest. So I'll fold up that header. Now, like I said, the tractor and truck are over here, but they're at the BGA. They're not over here at the field itself. We can bring them over in a second. Actually, I'll park this right here, right next to the John Deere. Let's go to the map. Make sure the sunflower price is still good there. Yes, it is. All right, let's go to our field. Yes, we know it's harvested. Needs plowing. Really? Is that going to just start working all of a sudden? It's not... okay. Yielding improves. Plow after corn, potatoes, sugar beets, and sugar cane. So periodic plowing is finally starting to work. I've only harvested like 20 million times. Well, not 20 million times. Okay, so... So what we'll do is we'll sell the sunflowers, then we'll get the the man truck with the pink plow on it. We'll get him to start plowing the field. If I can find the man truck. There we go. Yeah, you might as well just stay right there. So there's our beautiful pond. Waiting for someone to come up with a mod where you can put fish into it and go fishing on it. I am thinking about getting rid of this trailer and do the one that's in the mod hub. Because the one in the mod hub holds 9 horses, ours holds only 6. I'll just cut back on how many trips I gotta do, that's all. And plus, if we ever get to where we have another horse pasture, that would really make a difference. Alright, let's not lose control of my truck and trailer here and go zerping off into the cornfield and destroy all the crops. Kind of like that. Pulling up to the ranch, and I almost went to the restaurant. I don't know if I kept saying I gotta bring it to the restaurant. It's the ranch. We needed to go to the ranch. I'm glad I double checked it because, yeah, wait, right here. So it's the ranch we need to go to. I almost went to the restaurant, which was at 1100. This is almost at 1700, so big price difference. So I'm hoping we can get up to like 220. Sweet, almost 230. So we got, well, we almost got $60,000 out of it. 59,945. Not bad at all. So what we're going to do is head on back to the farm, or the BGA. I mean, it's all a farm, but we don't really have a base farm yet because we don't have a house. But, yeah, we're going to get the man truck. Get him set on some plowing. I wonder if the John Deere... No, because this truck was having a hard time pull it with the 500... what's it, 550 base horsepower this truck had? It was having a hard time pulling that plow. I'm not sure a John Deere with 350 is going to have much luck plowing uphill with that plow, so we'll have to use the truck. And then we'll come over and start harvesting some canola. Well, here's the man truck plowing away, doing 8 miles an hour uphill. I'm curious to see what it does going downhill. Because I thought, when we bought this, I thought the working speed was 17 miles an hour. Which I can understand why going uphill it may be struggling some. But let's see what it does going downhill. And also I want to see if he stops where... Because I already did like some of the field down at the bottom just so... When he gets to the other side, he doesn't dip down to where the sheep are. So let's see how fast he can go downhill with the plow. We should find out here pretty quick. Yeah, 13, 14, 15. So maybe working speed 15. Either way, it's definitely a lot faster than the in-base game one. I hope he does stop where he finished out plowing. I did a little side to side just to give me some room down the headlands. But this truck does have like 670 horsepower or something, which is way over the requirement for the plow, but still cannot reach the max speed. But still, yes, he does stop there. Good. So he can continue doing what he's doing. which means we can get back to our ideal harvester. We're over at the other field, ready to harvest some canola. What's the canola up to now? Yeah, 13.57 and rising. So we'll probably harvest it and keep it in the combine. We don't need to sit here and watch this guy go to town. He's going to do his thing. Then we can get the John Deere over here. What is soybeans at the current price right now? Yeah, even soybeans right now are not great. But seeing that we're not selling any for a while, maybe the price will go up. I have no idea how the economy works. If I knew that, I'd be a rich farmer at this point, right? So here's hoping that we get a good amount of canola out of here. I don't think I can change being canola. I don't think I can change. Yeah, just checking. Because in real life, canola could be swathed and wrapped up as straw bales. But not in Farming Simulator. Maybe they think we're making too much money off this yield itself. But I was taking a quick look before I got the plow going. I was taking a quick look at our equipment, and man, we got a lot of things there in the red that need repair. It's not going to affect the yield we get off fields. It just affects at the speed the equipment can work. There's been a lot of people doing tests on that, and everyone comes up with the same conclusion. It just slows down. You'll lose horsepower in your engines, and like your headers won't be able to go as fast to yield and whatnot. But I will say we do seem to be getting quite a bit of canola off the field, which is good. Will I fill the combine is the question. Well, if we do, that's even better. Because that'll mean another going at $1,300 per 1,000. If we fill this, we're talking like 80 grand right there. But we do need about $280,000 to get our loan below $2.5 million. And I would suspect I'm going to get somewhere around maybe $50,000 at midnight from the BGA from the silage that we had left over that I sold this morning. But we will keep that to buy materials to redo our fields. Of course, I could do some contracts as well. Get some money that way. Or we could sell some wool. The egg, unless, egg prices. I probably need to buy another pallet for the eggs. I'll wait and see what happens with that pallet. I'm assuming I got about maybe 6 more boxes of eggs I can put in that pallet. Something like that. But the main thing we're focusing on is these 2 fields here that we're harvesting. Get them turned around, get them reseeded. So, yeah, there's that hump in that ground. Lovely. Get these turned around today, so in 2 more days we can harvest them once again. And like I said, I think in both fields we're going to put soybeans this time. Soybeans don't yield too much, but the price is good. So I'll just hope, since we haven't sold any for about 4 or 5 days, the price will go up on them. That's what I'm hoping for. The weeds have already started in this field. No. But the good news, we're starting to approach 50,000 liters of canola. And if the price keeps going up like it does, we could get 75 grand off this field, which would be fantastic news for the farm. Darn weeds. I'm not going to worry about the weeds. I'll just sow them back in. So yeah, we added horsepower to the harvester, and yeah, even going uphill now with a full load is still on the slow side. Not as slow as it used to be, but still on the slow side. Slowly gaining speed though. Before on this hill, I think we were doing, well, okay, we're at 6 anyways. But the header's probably got some more wear on it, and of course the combine's got some wear on it. And the field is a little bit uneven here as well, so the header could be dragging on the ground in some areas. But overall, we got the upgraded engine, so yeah, I'm not sure if it was worth 20 grand. I keep thinking about it, just like the truck. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but 35 grand, that's like fertilizing field 8 once on a contract. So, you know, it's probably going to help out in the long run. Look at that. We're over 50,000 liters of canola. We're going to come awfully close to filling this thing. And I hope that price goes over 1,500. That'd be great. That'd be super fantastic. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to have to do anything in this field. I can't remember if this is the third crop, the second crop, or the third crop I've done in this field. We'll know if it's the third one because they'll need lime. But also I'm wondering if it'll need to be plowed, because I'm actually shocked that we had to plow field number 6. We haven't plowed it since we got it. Who knows? Maybe the periodic plowing is starting to kick in. Who knows? Actually, I don't even remember when we bought field 6 if we did plow it. I don't think we did. I really don't remember. It was a while ago. That would have been back in November, so over a month ago. Because we worked hard to save up our money to buy that field. That was the first field that we bought. Well, technically the first fields that we bought were the chicken farm. But beside that, but we're going to come awfully close to filling up this combine. I don't think we will, but you know what? It's more than I thought we were going to get off the field. And I wonder how far our truck has gotten with the plow or subsoiler. Yeah, harvesting downhill, you have no problem doing that. Yeah, if we can get like 15, if we can get the price up to 1,500, we're going to be looking at pretty close to 80 grand for this field. It's a good chunk of change. We'll have some cash left over from getting our loan down to 2.5 mil. Alright, let's go get the rest of this canola. We'll see what end up with the yield in this field. Looks to be about 57, 58. Somewhere about there. And as long as I can remember which sell point to bring it to. Yeah, last time on the sunflowers, I started to head to the restaurant. And I was like, wait a minute. Was it the restaurant or the ranch? Now I was halfway down to the restaurant. And I was like, ooh, abort. I need to go to the ranch. That was close. Yeah, so just over 57,000 liters. And we'll just head on down over here. Get off the field, run over some weeds. Darn weeds. Now, I haven't seen no message that our worker is done. So even though we're at 1 time speed, I'll wait for that to go up because I can advance it later on. So he's almost done. Where are we here? So yeah, we got weeds just in this corner, but this field does not need lime or plowing right now. And this guy is almost done. Which is not bad. He plowed this field in the amount of time it took us to harvest that big one over there. And this truck's going to work out today because probably next episode we'll be doing the chaff in that field and compacting it. This episode we're just focusing on these 2 fields and getting our loan below 2.5 mil. So while our plow finishes up, and he's headed back up, so he should be done on that pass there. I figured I'd get started and getting the headland done down here because, well, the chickens just cause problems. Excuse me, the sheep. Got chickens on the brain. I'm thinking about the egg pallets. So I think I just saw a price for eggs of $3,500, which is not bad. But I think at this point we'll wait until we get a good amount of pallets and then make a whole bunch of money off the chickens. Of course, I'm also thinking about the chickens because once we get this guy set off working, we're going to go load up the trailer of that canola. But then we're going to grab probably the case tractor, head on down to the chickens, and we're going to cut down that one tree. I'll move the tree over with my, the muscle man that I am. I'll move it over, and we'll cut the stump. I'm just kind of curious to see if we can fit another horse paddock there or not. I'm not sure if that one tree is causing the problems. But the only way to know is we'll have to cut it down. Now I probably should download. There is a mod out there that lets you plant trees. Like we did in 17 where you could buy trees and put them down. I'm not talking about the ones you plant and harvest. Alright, sir, you can get to work on this field here with soybeans. And we're going to hop into... Got to move this guy over anyways. Fold that up. And we need to go unload our combine. Well, this is rather interesting. My canola is not emptying out into the trailer. Well, I'm not sure if it was the angle or where we were parked, but I backed up the truck, then I backed up the combine, and now it seems to want to unload. So I'm not sure quite what that was all about, but you know what? In the end, it's where it's supposed to be. So that's a good thing. I'm not sure what happened there. But we will unfold the header, fold the harvester, and hook that up and get that ready to go for the oats, which will be probably not until tomorrow in game. I don't know what it is. Every time I hook up the header to this harvester, the front jumps up. So you, sir, for now, we'll throw the cover on that, so that's all good. I'm going to hop into the case tractor, put on the stump grinder. We're going to head down to the chicken farm, and we're going to cut down a couple, just hopefully one tree, and see if that gives us enough room to put another horse paddock down. It's not going to be with this money here that we got. I just want to see if it can be done. So I'll see you in a bit. Once I can find my case tractor. There she is. Well, I really hate to cut down this tree. But before we do, let's go ahead and take another look at this here. So animal pens. Obviously, I did find on the small horse paddock Crap, I may not be able to do it now because the tractor's here. I did find a spot here. Somewhere in here with a small one. I did find a spot where I could place it. And I just realized, once again, can I turn the HUD on? Thank you. Since we're out, I'll move the tractor. Just so we can see what's going on here. Move it up by the water tanker for now. Alright, so let's go back in here. Animal pens, cow, small horse paddock. There is a spot in here. Oh, there it is. You see it? Boy, you got to get it just... Well, anyways, it's there. It's hard to see. There we go. If I lower it. So there, I could put the small one in there. So paddocks will go in here. But obviously, the large one is going to be bigger. And it just says objects are in the way. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll start it with... let's see, which way does it got to go? I'm trying to match it so it matches, go along with the other one. Obviously, I would like to get it close as I can to the other one, but I think, as you can see, this tree right here, I think we get rid of that. It may be the key. So, unfortunately, this tree needs to go. That stump is really hidden in the weeds well, but I think it's right there. Yes, it is. So how you do, sir? I don't know why it always leaves that that little piece right there. And then you got to find the sweet spot to get rid of that. There we go. Found it. Found it. So there's... I dragged the tree over there with my extreme strength. Not watching where I'm driving, but there it is. It sits there just to get out of the way. Alright, let's head down here. Now the question is, will a big horse paddock fit down here? It's something we could be doing very soon, getting another horse paddock, because just the amount of money the horses bring in, and we do have enough in storage that we could easily maintain them. We got enough oats and everything. This object collides with another object. Okay, at this point I don't even care if it faces the same way. What object can you be colliding with? Raise, lower, something. I don't know why it won't fit here. The terrain cannot be deformed there. This object collides with another object. How about if I raise it up all the way? Anywhere? So I just cut that tree, which I didn't want to cut, thinking that was in the way. Well, this scene may freak you out just a bit if you're not used to this. But I'm kind of like in a developer mode, trying to figure out what object I'm hitting. So, yeah, it's going to look a little weird to you if you're not, especially if you're on console, you're probably thinking, what are you doing? But on PC, you can kind of enter developer mode. So I'm trying to figure out when it says object in the way. All these red marks are like objects, like you can kind of see the horses here. You can see all the red marks. That's an object. Obviously the fence line up here where the junk is, that's an object. The water tower. So I was trying to think, is there something underground And see, you can also see underground a little bit as well. Yeah, there's nothing there, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Turn that off, turn that off. There's the sky. There we go. I think I got everything off. So I was trying to figure out if there was something underground, like one of the viewers left a comment that they were terraforming in Field 23 and they found a blue barrel came out of nowhere. So the blue barrel was underground, which maybe we can go over and see where it is. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to put another horse pasture here, but I can't. Well, at least not a large one. How does a small one, can a small one fit in here easier? See, the smaller one, I still can't, the terrain cannot be deformed here, it says. The large one says object in the way, but right, boy, boy, it's hard to get it there. There, if I lower it, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can place a small one. But why can't I do it over here? This object collides with another object. I'm not really sure. I've seen people put horse pens that not horse pens, but I've seen them put chickens, sheep really close to one another. So I mean, I'm way over here, and it says this object collides with another. It kind of sucks. I got all this land over here now, and I can't place nothing. Ah! I don't want to place another horse paddock somewhere else and have horses on different parts of the map. So maybe I'll fill with it more off camera like I just was, and maybe I'll find a sweet spot at some point. The problem is you need the $95,000 in your bank account before you can quote unquote see if it'll fit somewhere. But what I can do is we'll be repaying off the loan. I could probably take some out and just to try it, but I won't take money out just to buy the pen. I'll take the money out to see if I can finally figure out why I can't place it here. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. But what we're waiting for is, wow, our guy is almost done seeding that field. Field number 7, our cornfield, is probably ready for harvest. We can harvest it at that stage and get a good amount of chaff. But I think it's going to be next episode, guys. Yeah, I'm going to wait to sell this canola because, yeah, it is canola. Actually, I might as well sell it now because it looks like the price has peaked at the restaurante. So yeah, let's go sell that, and then we'll end the episode. Massey Ferguson, case, the man truck. Yeah, so it is a restaurant, and then like I said, hopefully it's enough money so we can get our loan below $2.5 million. That's right, I said it, that's where our loan is. Deal with it, but it won't be much longer. I want to cut right across down through here. This will bring us down to the spinnery or the wool place. But actually, I never taken this dirt road to the right. I don't know where this comes out. I mean, we need to go to the right to the restaurant. So let's see where this little dirt road goes. I better go in cab because I won't know where I am. This way, there's a construction site down there. Yeah, this will bring us out at the restaurant right here. In real life, you wouldn't do that with a truck and that much grain, but we did. So 57,000 liters, so I'm guessing like 70 grand? Maybe? 77 and a half. How sweet is that? So, let's go ahead and get our loan down to 2.5 mil, and the rest I'll keep in the bank account for now, which is not going to be much. But there, we almost took, well, what was it, $277,000 off our loan. So now we're down to 2.5, and we're not going to go over 2.5. I'm going to keep that right there. I'm going to keep that 30,000 in our bank account because we got to do more work today. I got to hire someone to seed that field, which I'm going to do off camera. But it's going to be that John Deere once again. He's going to seed that field for us. Get our soybeans going, so in a couple days we'll have a whole bunch of soybeans to go. And maybe I'll see what I got for contracts out there, do a couple more contracts while he's doing that. Or maybe I'll go take a nap, one or the other. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.